Now, when we learned concepts of inner and outer joins, we're going to talk about natural joins. And natural join is just a simpler syntax of making inner or outer joins when the column name on the join conditions in both tables has completely the same name. So, for our example, we're going to check our HR schema and we're going to join two tables, the departments table and the locations table. So if we check the departments table, we can see that each department has a location ID assigned to it. Again, this number does not tell the end user a lot of information, but in the locations table, we have more data about the location ID. So if we check the locations table, we can see that each location has a street address, postal code, city, and so on. Note that the column location ID is present on both tables with the same name. So this gives us a chance to use the natural join on those tables. We can also check the ERD, and we can see the HR department has a foreign key of location ID, and with a completely same name, the location ID is present on the locations table. So with the natural join, we can use both outer or inner joins. By default, the natural join is an inner join. So the syntax is as following. Again, we select any column from any of the tables that we join. The from part defines the tables we are joining. So I'm joining to the departments table or locations table, and the syntax is natural join locations. The SQL engine will automatically recognize by which column it should join those two tables. So when I execute this query, an inner join has been performed and the locations ID has been used for that join. And we can see that each department has now street, city, and state province returned, as those are the columns that we decided to fetch. As mentioned, when the syntax is written as natural join, by default, this is an inner join. So again, an optional word inner can be included. And as said, we can also use the outer join. So, for example, if we want to fetch all of the locations, although they are not all assigned to the department, we can write the right keyword to the join, and now all of the locations will be returned, regardless if any department has a particular location ID present. So we can see that a number of locations that are returned have a null for department, as in those locations do not have any department. And of course, the same applies with the left join and the full outer join. Worthwhile to mention which column will be used for the join conditions when using the natural join is when an inner join is used, the left table will be used to fetch the join condition column. The same is when using the left or the full join. Only in case when using the right join, then the column on which the join conditions are defined will be used from the right table. Again, just to recap, a natural join can be used when we know that columns have the same name on the tables that we are joining, and it's just more of a clarity of our queries. This is it for the simple one, and see you in the next.